the one who created us has rights over us. It's rather like the great architect or the great deviser of a machine. At times one needs to leave a packet of rules, instructions for use. A complicated machine needs to be handled according to the mind of the one who invented it. In the account of creation, we see that the power of God is given to man. Male and female he made them. And we also see that they are made in the very words used, in our own image. That is, we are godlike. And what is more, in the image of God, the capacity to be like God in creation. In our case, we collaborate with Him. God and man are intertwined in the act of creating a new being. It is the greatest miracle that of his own accord man can perform. Well, this therefore demands instructions for use. Right now, we think that we have grown up. We have owned creation. We have power to manipulate it. And therefore we are free to devise our own rules, indeed to jettison all rules. We play around with the forces of creation, and we have become God in our own right. In the process we even laugh at God, as though he were outdated. It's rather like the child that grows into adolescence, how thick his parents are. As Oscar Wilde said, I'm not young enough to know everything. Of course, God is to be blamed when something goes wrong. Who is to be blamed when there's a suicide? God, of course. Well, let's get this straight. We are similar to God in the power that we have to ruin time and eternity, as the devil did. But do we think that we can get that far and disown the one who made us? It's bound to go drastically wrong, and it will, in time and eternity. But this has crept also into the mindset of some of us who teach in the name of Christ. We teach Christ without reference to Christ's teaching. It's rather like what's going on in the Gospel. The Lord shows clearly the ridiculous state of affairs the Pharisees have got themselves into. Casuistry has managed to be so sophisticated and self-sufficient that the law of God has been thrown out of the window. In commenting simple words of the Lord, who actually is more severe than the Pharisees on certain things, saying that other teachings of the Lord, such as mercy and charity, are overwhelmingly powerful and therefore can render null and void what are his clear teachings on other things, is something of that ridiculous turning topsy-turvy the clear teaching of the gospel. It's not Pharisaism to say that to marry again is to commit adultery. It's precisely against the casuistry of the Pharisees that the Lord gave us that teaching. He went to the origin, God the Father, who produced this wonderful miracle of the family and its consequences, but under his own rules and his divine intention. There are profound reasons why it is so powerful that it is also unique and cannot be just like that repeated. We are bonded to someone that we are clinging to in the way that the majesty of God wished, and therefore it's all sacred and under His sacred authority, not our own whim. Otherwise, what's going to happen will be in this very situation that the Lord speaks about with frightening clarity. This people honours me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.